if I can. So unfortunately, I lost a few subscribers. Everyone thinks I pick on the autistic, apparently, which that's not even true. If Travel Mag wouldn't just keep, you know, making these fake troll accounts and harass me, you know, I'd leave him alone. I don't really bother anybody. But without that, with that out of the way, I just wanted to vent about that. With that out of the way, I'm kind of done talking about that now. That issue's already gotten taken care of. I reported those accounts. But anyways, no. Exactly, he is. He really is. And I had to. I just had to. He just he wouldn't stop, so if he's not gonna stop, then, you know, I'm just gonna do what I need to do for myself, you know? Not just only for my YouTube life, but for my real life, too. You know? I'm to the point where I might even put a restraining order on him, because he's crazy. He might come up and spray some crazy stuff on my fence. He's nuts. But without further ado, I'm just gonna, you know, I already taken care of it, but unfortunately I lost some subscribers because, you know, people were getting mad at me because apparently, you know, because apparently I pick on the autistic because apparently, you know, that I need to be nicer to people like him. No, I'm not gonna be nicer. If you're gonna come and make fake accounts, troll and harass me, then I don't feel like I should be nice. I don't feel like I owe anybody an explanation for anything, you know? I'm sorry if that's the way it came off. Then you know what? Then fine, it did come off that way. I'm here to protect my family and stuff like that. But anyways, I didn't come here for that. I want to actually talk about the character Noctis. I had to put this on a stream because talking about Noctis's powers is going to be more of an hour-long thing than it is with the other characters, because you have to consider all the chapters, King's Glaive, Platinum Demo. Where's Trim the Killers? I want to actually do that hunt while I'm talking about it. But yeah. Let me see if I can get a party on this. Well, pretty much, you got to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. All the material. You'd have to talk about the Platinum Demo, Episode Deucade, King's Glaive, Final Fantasy 15 itself. And it's a long discussion. I'm not gonna lie. It's a long ass discussion. Starting with the Platinum Demo when he was just a kid. Noctis only had a little bit of power, but he's pretty much only at the base. When he's a kid, he's at the base strength of a Niflheim soldier, of a basic Niflheim soldier. When he's a kid, and that's because he got a little bit of training from Gladiolus. Of course, this will count into Brotherhood too, which I recommend watching Brotherhood, because Brotherhood goes deep into that stuff as well, if you're looking for the characters. But to start off with Noctis actually starts out as a power base of a regular Niflheim, you know, soldier. As a kid, that's pretty strong for a kid, though. That's pretty strong for a little kid, and this is when he's like 7 years old. So Noctis is already gonna be a powerhouse already. So, yo, what's up? So that's why I wanted to put this on stream, because this is gonna be an hour-long thing. Can anyone see the background really good? I want to make sure people can see the background really good. I kind of moved the camera a little bit because my cousin was borrowing this to grind his Naruto Ninja Storm account up. Game Over Continues borrowing my PS4. So I want to make sure people actually could see my background. You know. Okay, so you can. That's good. Okay. And then let's talk about King's Glaive. Now, Noctis was only at the end scene of King's Glaive, so we don't really know his power. Full throttle. Noctis is okay. Noctis is so power scale at this point. If I can make an estimated guess, he's actually at the power of a Niflheim lieutenant. Pretty much, he's at equal to Loki and Caligo and power at the end of Kingsglaive, because he just starts his journey. He only got like one royal arm, and that's actually, well, actually it's not even a royal arm. He starts out with this, the engine blade. So he don't even have no royal arms at this point. Noctis does not have any royal arms at this point. It's until he meets Core. Core trains him, and he goes through the royal tombs collecting royal arms. So the beginning of Final Fantasy 15 actually happens like this. Final Fantasy 15, he collects at least a couple of royal arms and gets a little stronger. So at the beginning of the game, he's not so strong. By the time he meets Ravis for the first time in the game, he actually only has 4 royal arms and one sun and at least 2 astrals, Titan and Rama. So he's not that strong at this point. At this point, Noctis. Noctis could take out both lieutenants behind and take out both lieutenants and take out one of the at least Titan really easy. So he's a little stronger, but not strong enough to take on Ravis, according to what you see in chapter. I don't know if it was 3, 4, or 5. I mean, that's not 3, but probably 4 or 5. I think until Altissia. After Altissia, he gets what I call it. I'm gonna go ahead and put a Zenkai boost thing, even though I really don't do Zenkai boost videos. He gets a Zenkai boost after defeating Leviathan because he gets nearly killed trying to fight in Leviathan. So, you know, this is where Noctis will become stronger. Of course, Noctis is depressed because Lunafreya dies, just like it is in a normal timeline. But at this point, seeing Arden, the person who killed Lunafreya, his supposed woman, you know. Hold up, let me turn off the. Yeah, let me turn down the game. It's getting a little loud. I could tell from my end. But at this point, when he sees Arden, he's filled with hate and vengeance and anger toward Arden. So that pushes him to get stronger. So after he gets the royal arms down in Niflheim desert territory, and that swamp you see with the where you had to fight the Marlboros, you know, he gets a huge power boost. Chapter 13, he gets chapter 13.
Watch yourself, Noct.
Yeah. Okay, chapter 13. Noctis gets super strong. At this point, he's a little stronger than Ravis in chapter 13 because of Zenkai boost and royal arms. When he gets okay, this game's kind of funny because I want to tell you right now, you get for a Lucis Cealum member, you get stronger based on the royal arms you get in this game. At this point, Noctis got to at least, if you play the game right, if you played the game completely right, you should already have 13 royal arms by chapter 13. So we're gonna go by, I'm gonna be analytical about this. We're gonna go by the actual gameplay. And what do you mean by that? What I mean by actual gameplay is if you beat the game right. Let's just say you did get all the royal arms, all 13, because there's only 13 royal arms. You know, which I guess it could lead into versus 13, because it used to be versus 13, so 13 royal arms. Even though there were more Lucis Cealum kings, the best ones actually left their weapons behind for the new generation to use. You know.
Capital idea, Noct.
But nonetheless, let's just say you collect all the royal weapons at the royal arms. At this point, he'd be stronger than Ravis at his base power. Of course, this is not Ravis Ontaria. This is not Ravis Ontaria. At this point, he even gets stronger than Idolus Outercrap. You know, because Idolus Outercrap. Prompto actually uses a gun. Prompto actually uses a gun. I think the only characters that in this game that in this game series that actually use a gun would be Prompto and Idolus Autocraft. But you only see Idolus using a gun once, and that's in the King's Slave movie. So, nonetheless, Noctis gets a little stronger as it is, because he defeats Idolus. And then, once it goes to Ravus, of course, Ravus got stronger because Ravus gets a little strong. I mean, he gets stronger because he's in the form of Ontaria. I think after Noctis defeats Ravus, Noctis is strong enough to complete the ring. So when Arden traps him into the crystal, because Arden's only using him to get the complete King's power from him later on, Noctis is stuck in the crystal for 10 years. And then after 10 years, pretty much Noctis becomes a god. At this point, Noctis becomes a god. Is there any Kleenex? I'll be right back. I need to give me some Kleenex. I got hay fever a little bit. So Noctis becomes a god in chapter 14, but you know, this discussion, it's gonna be a long one because this would be based. I'm trying to be as analytical as possible. I don't know if I kind of am, but I'm being as analytical as possible as necessary. But at this point, you know, at chapter 14, Noctis is a god. It is. It has to be a stream, my man. Because talking about Noctis, you have to go through all the games and all the material. That means the Brotherhood anime, Platinum demo, episode Duce, Final Fantasy 15 itself. I just wish I kind of had someone. But Lucis Cealum gets stronger for how many royal arms they got and how many astrals they got. Let's just say that's a Zenkai boost right there. It boosts their strength and power. That's how come Noctis was able to defeat, even though he had the rest of his team. Noctis was able to defeat Idolus. He could even defeat Idolus by himself at this point. Because chapter 13, if you play the game right, I'm kind of doing that right now, taking all these quests. But at this point, if you did everything right, you complete the game by getting all the royal arms, by chapter 13, you should already be a high level. And people get mad about the Arden boss fight, but that's why the Arden boss fight was easy, because Noctis summoned the complete King's power, the complete Ascended King. That Arden wanted, the same kind of power that Arden wanted. You know. So at this well, at the end of the game, you should be at 100% power. You should. If you play the game right, you gotta play the game right. Meaning you have to collect all the royal arms, do side quests, hunts, everything. Because, I mean, let's be honest, this game's really short. And to make the game longer, you're supposed to... you're supposed to beat the game, you know, the right way, meaning collect all the royal arms, do side quests, do everything you can to power up before chapter 13, because when chapter 13 hits, you can't really go back in the game until you beat the game. You know, you can't go back and do whatever you want to do. Even though you could go back in time during chapter 14 just to complete hunts, which was actually really an update. Originally, you couldn't go back in time, but they actually updated that. Believe it or not, because I had this game since it first came out, because I was at the launch. If you didn't want to see my launch video. Exactly. It's like that with any Final Fantasy. If you play Final Fantasy games a certain way, then you're going to get certain results. If you just rush and be low level, then you're going to get your ass kicked by every single boss in the game. But if you play Final Fantasy games right, level up, do everything you can, because this is still an RPG game. Even though this is an action RPG, this is still an RPG game. And RPG games, you have to at least level up. You level up really hard. But yes, it depends how you play Final Fantasy games.
You'd help call pests?
Let's see, what do I want to take on? I already took out the Ayakashi. Yeah, should I do it? Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna raise my rank up here. I'm also here to raise my rank.
Do be careful.
By the way, these are all the Versus 13 outfits. At least I try to make it look like Final Fantasy Versus 13. Because Gladiolus does wear that jacket. Prompto should be wearing a white T-shirt, which I don't know why they don't do that. They need to come out with DLC, but you know, I don't think they're gonna come. I don't think they're gonna ever come out with Versus 13 DLC. Unfortunately, Square Enix confirmed it. They're not gonna come out with that. Unfortunately, the world of Versus is just. Yeah, unfortunately. Well, Square Enix has other priorities. They really want to push Episode Prompto at the front force right now. They're trying to push Episode Prompto at the front right now. They're gonna be trying to push that first.
Yep, right behind you.
Well, yeah, and June 5th it's gonna come out, and then they're gonna push Episode Ignis, and then maybe an episode RNA. Hopefully. Hopefully they push. I'm running out of instants. I need to go buy some more. I'll probably do it Monday.
On your left. Thanks.
Oh yeah, game over continue vapes. So he was using my PS4. So if my base smells like vape, of course I'm gonna get Episode Prompto.
I only had a gill for every time he said that.
Yeah, he does. Oh shit, it's not nighttime, is it? Fuck. That means he's not gonna show up until nighttime, damn it. I don't know what's going to be added in the episode Prompto, to be quite honest. I really hope a lot. Okay, yeah, I gotta wait till nighttime. What build is game over? Continue in vape form. What? I didn't understand that. It sounds like gibberish, if you ask me.
This will make a fine paint.
Oh, what flavor does he vape? Strawberry. I suppose it does. I mean, it's alright. Yeah, he does. He does. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait here till nighttime, so I'm just gonna probably put my controller down and probably just chat with you guys, because it's like, you know, Good luck with that. Tinder, okay, Tinder, Plenty of Fish, and all that stuff. It's random results. Well, I'd have to say it's true. I mean, he's buffed, and you know, I'm gonna be a little bit more modest. You know, I mean. But Tinder and stuff like that, you get only random. You know, you get the results. You know, you don't get. You know, you don't get. You don't get the results you want. You get like random. But I'll be quite honest. Girls on Twitter are very toxic. Some of them. I only met some of the toxic girls, so I don't even mess with that stuff anymore. I'm gonna actually just go ahead and go to different bars and meet females. If anything else, go to different bars, meet females. I think I better just meet females in person. And that's just personally me right there. I don't think I'm gonna go mess with I don't think I'm gonna go mess with, you know, dating apps anymore. I'll just stick to what I know. I'll just go to Up Down bar probably, because that's where I've been meeting the most girls and getting the most success, is that Up Down bar. It's downtown Kansas City. Or T3. I can go to T3 if I feel like something a little closer. But I'd rather just, you know, meet them in person. I mean, personally, you could do whatever you want. I don't really care what you do. You do whatever you want. You do you. In fact, I promote that all the time. You do you. I'm just kind of done messing with dating apps. Well, you're gonna always run into those neckbeard types. You're gonna always run into them. They're almost everywhere at this point. It's like a disease. It's like being a weeaboo. You know, weeaboos have stages of diseases. Like there's like the level 1, which is they're just really, really interested in the stuff they are, and they're still kind of normal people. Then you go down the line of weeabooish behaviors, and they get worse and worse. It's a disease thing, I think. Neckbeard thinks it's a disease. It's just like social justice, if you ask me. It's all, you know. I mean, I'll be quite honest. I don't mess around with Tinder anymore. It's just. It's a toxic ground. You know, I really just meet people. Then I know for a fact what kind of person they are. And that's what really matters to me, is what person you are. I don't care about anything else but what kind of person you are now. It's like, that's like the most important thing to me right now, is what kind of person someone is. You know. I mean, it's a mix of people. The weeaboos and neckbeards are everywhere. Like I said, they're everywhere. It don't matter. You go to the grocery store, you'll see a few of them. I don't know who Sean James is. Who is Sean James? I don't know who that is. But yeah, back on topic, you know, the lore to this game is massive. Okay, now I'm starting to think you're just, it sounds like a joke to me. It's not even, you know. I really didn't come here for that, but okay. Okay, no, I have not. Now that's a lie right there. I just gotta say that right there. That's a lie. I think now we're getting childish here. I don't know who you're talking about. Sorry, bud. You lost me there. Why does it say Star Wars? I'm gonna need to edit this. Hold up. I'm going to edit this. Give me a minute. It should say Final Fantasy 15, not Star Wars. Give me a minute. There we go. Much better. Final. Final Fantasy 15. Noctis. Powerscale. Well, this is the best way I could spell it. Okay. There it goes. Twitch is just being an ass. That's why I said I'm more of a YouTube person. I don't know what that means. Must be oh, I see. It's already on there. Well, what the fuck? It's not on there. Okay, let me fix this. Okay. I'll change it once it gets on YouTube. Oh, maybe the thing's too long. Okay, that's fine. Give me a minute. Okay, there it goes. This should work. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the community. Okay, why does it still say must be supported by... Okay, let me refresh. Sorry, I had to fix that. Okay, there it goes. All right. See, that's the title it's supposed to have and everything. There we go. Okay. We got it all fixed now. It's all fixed. All right, I just had to refresh it. Has the right title on it. I'm still waiting for till nighttime, so I'm not gonna move until nighttime. I don't have any more stories, to be quite honest. Twitch is just being an ass right now. It's like, but anyways, I'm back on the special discussion. You know, Final Fantasy 15 has a lot of lore. Like that, you know, that's how come I got so many videos on it. It's got so much lore. It's probably got even a little bit more lore than Final Fantasy 7 at this point. Plus, there's a huge argument going around on the community that the fabulous crystalline Novia still exists within Final Fantasy 15. Though I think that its influence is still influenced by Versus 13, and it's still influenced by the fabulous crystalline Novia. It's just hidden. You gotta be an absolute fan to figure that out. You know, you gotta be an absolute fan to figure that out, to be quite honest. but it is influenced by the Fabula Crystalium. They just changed everything so it became a new game. So people didn't feel like they were playing the same game that they were playing before. Plus, they couldn't actually put Versus 13 because the problem they had was the Grim Reaper warship. And China wasn't going to have that. You know, China's obsessed with censorship. Like, they censor all their stuff. People were getting butthurt and oversensitive about the Grim Reaper warships stuff in here. So they had to take it out. That's why Final Fantasy 15 changed from Versus 13, because they had to take a whole lot out. Oh, you think American censorship is something? They censor a whole bunch of stuff there. Like, it's worse there. Like, people are overly conservative in China. They're overly conservative about what they put on their stuff. Like, I mean, I don't even think you could put even fan service stuff in there. Like, you know, I don't even think that, be quite honest, I don't even think there's some anime are even allowed in China due to the fact of some of the new anime has fan service in nature. They don't like anything that's indecent. China is about decency. It's not the Chinese girls. It's just the culture, the Chinese culture. Like, they're strict in they're stricter in their ways. You think an American conservative is strict in their way. You think American conservatives are actually really strict in their ways. No, Chinese, their culture, their culture pretty much is about strictness. I don't know if they do that anymore, but I know they used to do that. But yeah, they're very strict. That's why Final Fantasy Versus 13 had to be changed. So Final Fantasy 15 became a new game because they had to take out a whole bunch of stuff. Because they couldn't have it. They just couldn't have it. I mean, and I guess to some degree I kind of understand, because, I mean, Grim Reaper warship, it's tabooed by religious cultures. I mean, most religious cultures don't like the idea of you worshiping the Grim Reaper, because the Grim Reaper is supposed to be a bad, you know, thing, not a good thing. Plus, the American Christians would get mad too, so they had to take that out. They had to take that out of the game. You know, they had to remove that game. I mean, remove those parts of the game. And Social Justice Wars will probably get mad about that too. You know, try to find something wrong with it, like they always do. But nonetheless, that's why they had to take out some of the stuff that was in Versus 13. Because, you know, oh no, Grim Reaper warship is the worst thing in the world. Even though Etro is the goddess of death. That's what Etro is. Pretty much. And if the goddess of death was ever to die, or anything happened to her, Benevelza, the god of light, will wake up. You know, it's part of the Fabula Crystalian Novia lore. Man, it's taking a long time. Well, it's just, you know, it is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, Square Enix is a business, and like all business, you gotta do whatever you can to make money, even if you're not happy. But Tabata was not happy about how he had to make the game. He wasn't happy about that, though. He was forced to make those changes. You know, in fact, he wanted to keep Tetsuo Norma's original vision of a Versus 13, but with the Final Fantasy 15 title. He actually wanted to keep it like Tetsuo Norma, but he was forced to make a different. He was forced to take out things and make the game that everybody else wanted. And it's business. Unfortunately, that's how business works. You had to appeal to the most loud vocal minority. Well, Tetsuo Norma kept some of the stuff from the Fabula Crystalium Novias. He wanted to keep the Etro, the whole lore with Etro, Fabula Crystalium Novias, the Fal'Cie, and all that stuff. And it's Tabata, when he took over for the game's director, he wanted to keep that stuff in it because he thought that was pretty good. But he was forced to make a different game. He was forced to make a different game because, well, they ain't gonna have it. It's just, it's business, you know. You got, and you know, You're gonna have to follow whoever pays your paychecks. That's just how it is. So if they tell you to take something out of the game, you're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to do that. You know, you're gonna have to do things. Everything you do is business. Yeah, well, that's just how it is. In order to have a paycheck, you're gonna have to do what the business tells you. You're gonna have to do what your employers tell you. That's just how it is. You know, whether you like it or not. Though I kind of feel for Tabata right here. I really do feel for Hajime Tabata, because I can imagine making this game. I'm not an animator, but I can imagine putting so much work in this game, and then the fact is I had to go back and change things because people didn't like what was on there. Unfortunately, believe it or not, social justice warriors own pretty much half the world, so pretty much if you're going to have any kind of work, you're going to have to appeal to their senses. You're going to have to appeal to their... You're going to have to appeal to them as well. You know? It's unfortunate, though, but that's business for you. Unfortunately. Business is cold, hard, and stuff like that. It's just like, you're going to have to do whatever you can to make a paycheck at the end of the day. So, they had to take the things out. That's probably why there's not gonna be a world of Versus, to be quite honest, and I kind of understand a little, because you gotta appeal to everybody's tastes in order for get a good score. But this game didn't get a good score, which is funny how it is. It got 7 at best. It would have been Game of the Year if they would have kept the stuff, but at the same time, you know, Tabata was forced to take out things because people got offended. You know. Unfortunately, we live in a culture where you can't offend anybody. If something is slightly offensive, you're going to have to take it out of your games, movies, and it's just going to be changed and altered. At that point, it's no longer art anymore. It's just, you know, it's no longer personal art anymore. Not to say the game isn't good. Final Fantasy 15 is a wonderful game. You know... I think it's the culture that's a joke. Because we're too offended. We can't handle dark and gritty anymore. We can't handle dark and gritty. Back in the 90s, we could handle that stuff. Now, everyone's trying to avoid talking about stuff like, and games, and like religion, politics, and everything in video games. Yeah, inside video games, they're afraid to talk about that stuff. Because everyone's biased to their beliefs. And that's understandable, because if you have a belief, you should be able to believe whatever you want to believe. But it's like, you know, it takes the enjoyment out of making art. Art is like comedy. It's subjective. You know? Except art makes you think about things. And... yeah, and look how they got shut down. Look how that got shut down fast. This is a new millennium. This is a new millennium. People get offended at the smallest little things, and they get toxic about it. Because people, people rather stick to what they know and believe. You know, they don't want to expand their minds on stuff because they're afraid to do it. Whether it's religious base, political base, it doesn't matter. People want to just shut down everything that they don't agree with. So, that's how...
Rain.
But I don't blame Tabata. He really wanted to make the game like Tetsuo Norma did. He wanted to make it like Versus 13. He's just forced to take it down because people didn't like it. People didn't like the idea of people worshipping the Grim Reaper. The people didn't like that. The people in China, they're the most vocal with that. They didn't like that stuff. They're like, no, take it down. Just take it down. Just take it down. It's offensive. Take it down. Okay, good. It's about to get nighttime. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You're just gonna, in order for you to have a job, you're gonna have to do whatever you can. And that, by the way, that's spam. I gotta put that on ban because he's spamming. Sorry. I don't like spam. That's why I took this off of audio, text to audio. That's why I took it off there. Yeah, that's how it is, no spam. But this game's been going through a lot of changes. That's why it's been pushed back a lot of times. It's been going through changes, censorship, this and that, story changes. And then it became a short game because of that. At this point, if it's already been completed, they should have just released it. Trying to wait till nighttime. Nighttime that. No. And that's why also the lore of this game's massive, because you could see how many changes they put in Final Fantasy 15. You could see how many changes they put in Final Fantasy 15. I had to skip the gym this week. I had to work real late. I had to work real late to make up the money because, well, you know, I had to make up, because I had some things I have to do, and it's going to take money to do it, so I had to work late, so I couldn't go to the gym this week. You know, such as adult life. Well, yeah, you have to pay bills. That's the biggest thing about being an adult that sucks, is that you have to pay bills, you have to do that. Well, there's just a lot. I'm not going to talk about my personal schedule because you know, I don't feel like I should. I don't feel like, you know, it's necessary.
That does it for the downfall.
Not really. I don't really think I actually took any females out lately, so it's like key has already paid off. That's already been paid off. I paid my stuff off earlier. That's why I'm broke all the time, because I like to get my stuff done earlier. I like to get my stuff done earlier. I don't play around. Everything I do is business. Everything I do is business. Yeah. Well, if you're gonna run a good business, and you know, like how I run my business like I do, I run YouTube like my business. So, and if I'm gonna treat YouTube like a business, I need to be more business oriented. If I got bills I need to get paid off, that needs to go first. That money just needs to go out right away and pay those bills. I don't care if I don't get to buy any things I want to do that I want. I gotta pay my bills first. That's the first thing in life. That's more important than my YouTube channel. That's important. That's like the most important thing for me. I gotta pay my stuff first. You know, I like to pay my stuff off first, because I'm a business-oriented man. You know, being responsible is what I'm good at. If I have a little extra money, then I'll just treat myself to stuff.
About some light.
Okay, good. It's nighttime. That thing should come out right now. I can't do that. Sorry, I don't give out people's numbers. Sorry. You're gonna have to go get your own numbers. You know, be a man and get it yourself. Exactly. It's all about the hustle. Don't be distracted by the things outside the world. Be, you know, worry about your hustle. Worry about your work. You know. Exactly. Don't be distracted about what's out here in the world, because what's out here in the world's a distraction. You know. Okay, the general should come out anytime soon. It's nighttime. Alright, where is it? Alright, I don't see it. It has to be 20. Oh, I see. It has to be completely dark. So you always see that one go was on 20. Nah, those are just rumors and speculation. I mean, unfortunately, those are just rumors and speculation people put out there. I never actually mentioned getting Just Canigri's number, but whatever the press likes to put out there. I don't really pay attention to the press. I really don't pay attention to the press at all, because they make up a bunch of stuff. To them, it's about ratings and making a story. So I really don't pay attention to what they put out there.
My pleasure. Not on top of it.
You know, that's how I'm able to get things done. I really don't worry about what people say about me. Because, I mean, people will say anything. People will just say anything in order to get a story. Even if it's false. That's why I don't really get into tabloids, you know. I don't know why females are into tabloids, but I think tabloids are kind of stupid at this point, because it's just to get a story. It's just toxicity to get a story. That's all it is. I get people gotta care about their ratings, but it's like, I don't like the idea of making up stuff in order to actually get a story. I think it's quite stupid, to be quite honest. You know. Let people talk. I'm all about my business.
Everything cool? Nobody's here.
Oh, I'm not that famous for Team Z. Ooh, some Leviathan, yes. This actually, I never get some in Leviathan like this usually. I'm not that famous for Team Z, says something, but the people on YouTube talk. You know, those gaming news channels, where not gaming news channels, but someone who makes like channels talking about gaming YouTubers. I get mentioned there. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but I really don't pay attention because I think it's just stupid and a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. Oh no, luckily I haven't got Keemstar yet. And I'm trying to keep it that way. Somewhat I like to be able to stay under the radar as much as possible.
You sure you can handle this? You bet.
Just so I can keep my job.
I'll prove it.
I'm not on the news. Again, I think the people that just mostly talk about me is those people. I think people that just talks about me, you know, I think the people that talks about me are those gaming channels that talk about gaming YouTubers. And I get mentioned there, but it's like, it's whatever. Let them talk. Just let them talk. I really don't care. I don't care what they got to say about me. They're just, you know.
Stick around, Gladio. The fun's just started.
My bad. Two options: kill or be.
You know. I don't care what people got to say about me. I really don't. Let them talk. I'm right here. I'm here just talking about Final Fantasy stuff. I don't really care what other people got to say about me. If they want to make up stories to get a bunch of ratings, they can. I don't really buy into that stuff. I'm not a biased person. I get everything. I do keep up on popular topics though, just to see what everyone's talking about. Because as a business-minded individual, you got to keep up with on the times and what's going on. You know, you do have to keep up on everything. It's just my channel has something to do with gaming, of course. I have to keep up on gaming topics. Yeah. I'm on stream. Okay, I'm kind of on the phone thing. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. We'll talk about this later, not on here. Yes, beat him. My goodness, he's a hard beat stick. But you just saw some of Noctis's powers. I got all the royal arms. I'm gonna show you. I got all the royal arms. Let's go look at royal arms. Okay, royal arms. Yep, these are all 13 of the royal arms right here.
That took everything we had.
I'm proud you gave it your all.
I've got
But most of all, if anyone gets anything out of just anything I gotta say, don't care about what other people think. Just you need to do you, and that's all that matters. You need to do you, as well as don't be distracted by what's outside in this world. Forget about the outside world and worry about, you know, your hustle, your life. Don't worry about what other people gotta say. You know. Because, I mean, people are going to talk. Let's be honest. People are going to talk and spread whatever they want to spread. And, you know, you can't really help that. There's going to be people that don't like you for no reason. There's just not a reason. They just don't like you for some reason. You know, maybe you're picking up all the chicks in the bar. Maybe you have a better car. Maybe your hairstyle's better. I don't know. Your clothing's better. Or maybe you got more YouTube views than they do and they don't like that. You know. But at the end of the day, you just gotta do you. Ignore the haters. You know. You just gotta ignore the haters, because the haters are gonna just do anything to get you down because they're mad that they haven't succeeded at anything. That's why they do it. You know, they spend all day, every day being obsessed with people that are more successful than they are. You know. You know, one thing I stopped paying attention to is how many numbers of subscribers I have, and you know, hate comments. I just ignore them. They're just they're not even there. They're just not. It's not even there to me. That's what's funny about everything. It's not even there. It don't exist. It's a broken scouter I put on my Turtle Beaches. That's all it is. Yeah, exactly. I get that a lot. I gotta turn in this hunt though before I end the stream. That way I can get my reward money. That's okay. I don't really. This is actually. I don't know. It's like. It's whatever. But no, in all seriousness, this is just a broken off Hot Topic scatter that you used to get. That you used to be able to get. I don't know if they still sell them at Hot Topic.
Look at all these lights. What a relief.
Indeed. They ought to keep the demons at bay.
But nonetheless, I stopped paying attention to the number of subscribers I have. You know, dislikes or hate comments, because you know, you just gotta block that stuff out mentally. That's how it is. You gotta block all that stuff mentally. You gotta you know.
Welcome. I'm glad you're safe and well.
Well, yeah, you just got to.
Some refreshments. Thank you. Please come again.
Yeah, I got in the stream because I got some other things I need to do, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get my XP and then raise my ascension abilities up a little bit. Though this is better, but this is actually better to stream this than make it a 3-parter.
Welcome back. Will you be requiring a room?
I'm gonna go ahead and block that. That was kind of a dickish thing for Proto's. Where's Proto? Okay, hold on. Let me cut this. I don't know why they're putting ads on my Twitch like that. Stop putting ads on there. I don't want no ads. Okay. I'm gonna ban. You know, I gotta ban Char. Sorry, but if you're gonna be, there we go. I mean, if you're gonna be a dick, then I'm just gonna go ahead and ban your ass. That's just how it is.
Long last.
I'm sorry, that's just how it is, man. I'm sorry, that's the real world for you. You don't want to get banned, be mature. You know, if you don't want to get the ass banned, act mature, act your age. If you act like a little kid, then I'm gonna treat you like a little kid. Is that Gentiana? Exactly. I don't got time for bullshit. You know? I don't got time for people's bullshit. I don't got time. If you're gonna act like a little kid, I'm gonna treat you like a little kid. Sorry, but that's how it is. I don't care if you're. I don't give a shit if you're 47 years old. If you act like a little kitty, you're gonna be banned. That's just the end. That's the end game right there. I'm sorry. It don't matter how old you are. I don't care if you could drink. I don't care if you're 47. It don't matter. It don't matter how old you are. You act like a child, you get treated like a child. Let's see. Deals heavy damage with that. Is there one for Prompto? Oh, I have to raise up to 18. Alright, we'll do Gladiolus' down hammer. I'm gonna have to get ready to go, so I'm gonna save this right here. I already raised my ascension abilities up. So may the crystal be with you. I gotta get ready to go.